Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back and thank you for joining me. Okay, I am getting ready to play with the cover. So what will be the, let me move all this aside, the top page of the journal that goes into the box. And this is a Phenology journal. And her name is Full Circle. So this is the box. I have not done anything to the top. Well, I haven't finished the top and I haven't done anything to the inside. So I still have a lot of work to do, but let me set that over there. I'm getting really close on this side. So I have, this is the panel I'm working on, is this very top, and it'll open like this. And then this, and then this, and then I have another attachment here. Nope, well, this will go this way. I have another attachment here. I'll have another top, I suppose. This, and this, and this, and this. So I have the top to do. I have this panel to finish, this panel to finish, and this panel to finish. So I'm getting really close. So exciting. So this is what I'm working on right now. And what I've got on here first so far is just a piece of the Tim Holtz construction cardstock paper. And I went ahead and put this panel on so I could get my tabs, but then I have to come back and work on this one. Then this piece on the top here is a piece, it's the top of an old book. And it's ripped, obviously. The very, very bottom is not on here. So this is the base that I'm going to start with. Then I have a circle that's cut out. I have some bird tea cards, some wood. I've got some book corners. I've got this tape measure. There's another piece of wood. I have a couple butterflies. This is the spring for a watch part coil that I thought I might use. Some fiber, some metal, an optometrist test lens, a little bug, and then a quote that says, "Just one life." Plus, then, of course, I've got my some rusty washers. Yeah, so I just have all of that in front of me. And then these were Tim Holtz from one of his frames packs, the circle frames. And what I did is I painted them, and you can kind of see I painted them first with 2 coats of gesso. And then I added a coat of brown umber, raw umber, sorry. Raw umber paint, which is a brown. And then I used crackle paste. I used Chroma Crackle. And I have this huge jar because I accidentally bought the big jar and I didn't mean to. So I have plenty of this. Put that on. And it's been sitting here drying. Then I also have over here, let's get this here. This is a piece of the fabric I'm using for the tabs that I used rusting powder. It's not dry yet. So I used some rusting powder and it's rusting. Is that in? Yeah, so you can see that that's rusting. So that needs to dry. I don't think these are not completely dry yet. They'll be white when they're dry. And so I've kind of been helping it along a little bit. And then this dries white. Once it's dry, then I'm going to put, another color on top. So I'm going to go ahead and let those continue to dry a little bit. I'm going to hit this for a couple minutes and get it nice and dry also. And then I'll be back. Okay, that's dry. And so that's going to be my hinges on this side. Yeah, that's going to look good. Okay. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and get the hinges on first. So I'm going to go to my standard roughly 1.5 inches. ready to go. Let's go this way. And then I'll probably use some more of this on some of the other ones on the inside. So I have a little bit of that rust going on the inside. There we go. Nice. Okay. We're gonna leave these strings kind of hang here. And now we're gonna start building. So what I've got is, this is just a circle. This is from Tracie's kit. It's from one of the full pages that I just cut a circle from an image. And then this is 2 pieces of just chipboard glued together. And I sort of haphazardly made a circle. And I'm going to trim this up, but I'm going to glue this on the back first. And I wanted there to be a lip here. This will allow me to tuck some things up underneath. And so that's intentional. So I'm going to glue this on first, and then we'll be able to start building. And I don't know which pieces and parts I'm going to use yet, but I want the cover to sort of represent all of what you see inside. So I want there to be tree. I want there to be butterflies, insects, flowers, and birds. And so that kind of covers all of the Phenology wheels that are on the inside. And I had just kind of eyeballed getting this about where the tree would be straight on the front. So I think that works. And I went ahead and inked around this too. So now what I'm going to do is cut this extra piece off here. And then this will go here. Okay, that's where I am so far. Now I'm going to build from here around this. But I don't, oh, I wanted to put this up underneath here. About like that. So I'm going to rip this off. And I want that ripped edge. And so I'm going to kind of mangle it just a little. There we go. And then I can slip this. I think I can get it up underneath there. About right like that. I'm getting excited that this is getting so close. I mean, I do have the box to work on. Woven Textures is close too, so yay. I'm getting really close to finishing 2 projects. Just so exciting. I love it when that happens. All right, let's see if I can get this slipped up underneath here. Next, I just have to decide how I want to arrange things and which pieces I really want to use. So I know that I want this to be here. I know that I want this to be here. And lined up with the edge of the book. And I know I want a butterfly. I don't know which one. That one might be too big. If I use this one, I would probably change the color of it, but that's okay. And I think I would really love for this little guy to be up underneath here. And perhaps he's tucked somewhere around there. I would turn him, of course, in the right manner. And then, no, you know what? I wanted to get, I love this tea card. This is an original. It's called Bird Painting. The problem is that the bird is on the wrong side in order for it to work. Like if I had it, you know, like this, I would really prefer the colored bird because it's a shame to cover that up. I like that, but is there two here? Oh, there's two here. I want him to show, and there's not a really good way to do that and him show. So let's see if I drop this all the way down. See, I would only get, nope, I would totally. So I think I'm going to use that on the inside somewhere so that I can use him in the right direction. Now here's another one. This is a faux tea card from one of Tracie's older kits. And I think that works pretty well. So we may tuck him right up underneath there. And then perhaps this guy goes down here. Let's see. It's going to get tricky on me here. Maybe this goes like this. He would be centered in there correctly, of course. Maybe he goes like this. Nope. Maybe he goes like this. That might work. That might work. Okay. And then Just One Life could perhaps be tucked right in there. Let's see, do we like the other butterfly? I really like this other butterfly. It's just really big. I mean, it looks great on the cover. It just might be, he just might be a little big. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's play a little more. And then this, I thought I could use, I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to cut this in half first. This is just some metal, a metal kind of floral piece, but I almost like the leaves, if you will, individually, because then they can be tucked into kind of nice places around. Let's see. So I'm thinking maybe there's another one down here. Let's switch these guys out. So I want to kind of create a little cluster. Yeah, and then another one could go, perhaps, let me trim that off. Let's try it this way. There we go. It's small. Let me take off a little bit of that. And maybe this one is here. Nope, I don't like that there. What if it's up here? That's a possibility, but I think maybe it might be better served down here. And I think I want that there. I like that. I like that. Okay. I like the direction this is taking. So what I'm going to do is start gluing some things down. So let me, and then I'll make some decisions about the butterfly probably last. I do know that I want the bird underneath the disc. So let's put him on first. This is a digital kit from Tracie. It's the faux bird tea cards. It's one of her older kits, and it's printed on a cream, kind of an off-white creamy colored stock, and then inked around the edges, distressed a little, that kind of thing. That goes about like that, and I think he can go about right. Let's see, about right there. Let's go a little bit higher. Don't want to cover him up. Okay, that's good. Make sure he's straight, or at least close to it. Okay, and now what I think I'm going to do is glue this down. So this piece I'm going to use, the Fabri-Tac for. I wonder if I know I've got more of these. I wonder if I have one that is a little tiny bit smaller in diameter. Let me go look. Okay, I grabbed 3 different ones. Another silver one, a Bakelite one, and 2 black ones. So what I'm going to do is check, okay, this other silver one is the same size. All right, so that's probably not going to work. This black one is, and I think it's the same size too. But because of the black rim, it works better, I think, hanging off a little bit. So there's that, but I would probably change the color. Now this one, same, it's even smaller. And the nice thing about this one is that the top here is a circle also, which lends itself to all the whole circle thing going on. However, where's my bug? The circle on the inside is smaller, but that's actually not a bad thing. That looks kind of cool. I would be able to glue him on there very nicely. That's kind of fun. Okay, that's a definite. And then the Bakelite one is actually a hair smaller. This is the flat side. And the color is perfect. Let's see, let's turn him around. So he's more like this. More like, no. Let's try that. It's not going to be right until I get it glued on there. But that works also. So, but I did want it a little lower. So now it's between the 2. But then does that work with using like these pieces? Actually, it does. Okay. All right, decisions. Which one do we like better? I think I'm gonna go with the Bakelite one because it's so unusual. It's such an unusual one, very rare, like you don't see these very often. And I feel like it's, what little it's hanging over, I don't feel like it would be, do I want that down there, a problem? Gold would look pretty cool. So let's try, this is Metalique in vintage gold. So I'm gonna try that. Now my patina is Gilder's paste wax in patina. And I don't want, and I always have a heck of a time opening these. There we go. I don't want a lot. I just want it in a couple spots. Maybe right there. And right there. I'm going to add some Bronze Age to it. I love Bronze Age. I don't want that gold to be quite so shiny. Oh my goodness. I'm to the point where I'm gonna have to like stop and clean my desk before I do anything else, because otherwise I can't do anything else. It's that bad. There's the eraser on the other side. That works well. Okay. Now, what I did while I was waiting is I played with, so these are little tiny white flowers. They're kind of a plastic from Tim Holtz. And what I did was took 3 of them. Oops, I'm dropping them. And I added alcohol ink to them. And on this one, you can see the difference here. I put a little bit of white wax on it. And I think that gets me my flowers tucked up in a couple, just a couple spots. Because I realized I really didn't have floral represented here very well. So I think I'm going to put one of them right there. And that's got the white wax on it. And this is also from Phenology. It's called Old White, and it's a matte wax. And so I'm going to put some wax on the other ones. And it's just, basically I dab it on my hand, and then I'm going to dab it on the paper towel, and then very carefully just kind of tap it on here and wipe. Oops, see, and I'm getting too much on. See, all right, now let's get this guy on. I'm going to use glossy accents again. I like glossy accents for metal. It holds really well. And I'm just going to put it on his body. And I'm going to decide where I want him. So when I use rusted metal pieces on my projects, I give them a coat of glossy accents first to seal them. So, and they get a sheen on them, of course, but nothing. I'm going to do one more just so I have it ready to go in case I need it. But it doesn't, I don't think it detracts from the rust that's on there, and it seals them. So there's that. Now I'm going to decide if I want another circle on here somewhere. Not there. And then I need to decide if I want this just one life on here, where I want it to go. I'm going to drop this up in there. Let's see, I have misplaced my good tweezers, and I know they're here somewhere. Yep. I like that there. If I can get it over a little bit. Yep. Okay, it's too far. Okay, now I got glossy accents everywhere. So we're gonna use this and wipe that up before it dries. I think we're gonna stop there. I think we're gonna call this done. I think it's a nice mix of things. We've got a bird, we've got a bug, we've got a butterfly, we've got the trees, we've got the flowers. We've got our washers, which are seen throughout. The only thing that I really kind of wanted to use that I didn't use is sort of because I sort of forgot about it, is this piece, which it's really hard to glue on because it's so skinny. So it's probably just as well that it not be on this particular piece. Boy, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? But I will use it. I will. Now let me just see. Do I want another one of these on here somewhere? That's actually not a bad idea. I think I will put that one up there, and then I'm going to stop. Promise, I'm going to stop. Let's just do it while I think it's a good idea before I change my mind. I've changed my mind on so many parts of this. Yeah, well, that's normal. I want that kind of tucked right down as far as I can go and over as far as I can go. There, I like that. Okay. Okay, we're stopping. I think it turned out pretty nice. There's elements in here that are throughout the piece. That is on there nicely. That is still drying. These feel like they're pretty good. I probably don't need this on there. I could probably remove this. There we go. I'm happy with it. I am. I'm very happy with it. So this goes like this. This is the cover. Took me long enough, but I got there. It represents, you know, like I said, all of the sort of the pieces and parts that are in here. And what keeps hitting? Oh, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. So then you're gonna, and this is a board that's not attached yet. That's gonna go back here. Okay, so you're gonna open it like this. And then you've got, see, here's your bugs again. So that connects. This is a tag that's tucked behind it. This is a tuck spot here. And so you've got washers again. This is the one we've played with. I've got a little something tucked in there. I'll put some more in there. This flips, and then this flips. And so there's your birds. And then we have, here's your birds, your florals. And then this piece that's not connected gets connected here. So that'll be the back. That's the panel I have to do yet. And then this will open this way. So this is the other front, the other top, if you think of it that way, because you've turned the corner. This is going to go here, and it goes beautifully with this. This panel there's a little bird charm dangling down from this little cluster here, and then the wire. And then here's your spinner. I'm going to still put some kind of a collage up here. And then this is a tuck also. And then I have to do all of this panel. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. And then this is the one where it flips open and there's a pocket on the inside. And then you're back to the front. So I'm tickled pink with this, I think. So this is, this cover is done. So more to come, just a couple more panels left to do, and then I will backtrack to the box, the lid of the box, and the inside of the box. And the inside of the box, I think I'll probably line with pieces, printouts from the kit also. So more to come on that. I'm really happy. This took me a second to get here, but I'm really happy with where I landed. And I'll use probably another piece, this other piece, one of these, I've actually got two here, pieces of wood, probably on this side. But since this is technically the bottom or the second front, I will probably try to make this a little more flat, a little less dimensional. At least, yeah, so that when you're turning, yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. If you're on this side, it sits fine. Okay, I'm going to stop messing with it while it really sits up and dries, and I'll be back when I'm just about ready to finish this off. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye. And I actually, you know what? I might clean my desk at some point. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back.